Hello, this is Divine Sunshine on my morning drive. Today was, last night was a little kind of heavy because my childhood elementary school friend, her father passed away, which was a reminder with me as far as, again, the father and daughter connection. And so far, it was so interesting how our lives had pretty much paralleled so much. And it was so interesting, I know, through our friendship that had, and I remembered in elementary school, I didn't know, again, I was so wet behind the ears. I had shared something that she had shared with me about, I remember, something relative that's in her family. I don't know what it possessed me to share that in the classroom with them. I think the teacher asked something, and so I remember that was the one catalyst that made us kind of break up our friendship, because of that information that I had shared. But then, as life went on, I connected back with her, and we went out and we seen Prince concerts and things like that. I thought in some ways she was going to kind of take the place of, she was going to be like almost the same kind of like friendship that I had with my bestie that I had now, but some kind of way we would drift in and then we'd drift back again like planetary orbits again. So last night, I just shared, for once, I was very humbled and very glad that I had the experience of Dad's passing, and it passing, I could be able to be a balm in Gilead for her as she was going through her father transitioning. And she said the words that I said to her really had healed her and really helped her to kind of like, okay, I see how you're handling it, and I can be able to know that at the end of this, that there is a new day dawning, and that this is not like the end of the world. So I thought I'd just start with that, because Mom was like, I could feel that you was, she said, Spirit told me you was crying last night. And I was talking to her, and then I was crying because, again, even with her dad, we had also a connection as well. It was always something that I remembered that I'd share with him, because her father was in the media industry, I'll put it that way, because you never know who knows who. And so he was, he kind of like interviewed me, which he was, he said, well, I can share that, okay. So here in Chicago, he was like the catalyst, or the first breakthrough African-American newscaster here. And so I remember I was kind of like an awestruck, like, I see you on TV, but then I'm friends with her and I sleep over, and like that. And he's always had, to me as a masculine, had shared that, understood the balance between his feminine and his masculine energies. I remember that he had an equal balance. I didn't know what it was back then, but I know that he had a very nurturing. I said, oh, that's interesting for a man. I ain't never seen this before, because my dad stayed real up into his, it seemed, appeared, let's put it that way, into his masculine self. And rarely did he come over into the feminine stuff. I guess even if he had wanted to, he was such pretty much by society and the way he was raised, chastised, not to stay in that type of energy. And so, he was the first male I seen that way. And so, I remember one time from a sleepover, he came, he had, was dropping me off back home, and with her. And so then he started interviewing me, like pretend interviewing, like, what's this, what you like, what's your favorite color, what foods you like to eat, and I would just answer just like one word answers, period. And so I remember, I don't know, I think I was in the back seat. And so he was like, you know what, you said you would be a bad interviewer. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, because you just answering just one word questions. You got to learn how to, expound, say more on things. And so I was like, well, I think I did you pretty proud now, because I think I'm pretty talkative now, and I think you have a lot. I see sunlight. I have a lot to say now than I did then. I told the DM that. I said, you ain't got to worry now. I do talk, but I still have my quiet moments. I don't do that. I still would believe like what my mom said. You know, you gotta listen and read in between the line. If you talking all the time, you can't really hear what's going on. I see the black horse again. So like the dark horse, you know, because some things is like a dark horse, something that you might have missed out that you didn't see, and they come snuck right on up on you. If you already had been eyeballing it, you would have been known it all along if you kept your mouth closed, not being such a chatty catty all the time. So that's one lesson, a pearl of wisdom that he's taught me, and many of my friends' parents have, and I've taken it and said, ooh, I got it, touchdown. With that. So it's always good to expound, because I understand that, because you want people to understand your point of view. And if you answer just in one word questions, you leave everybody else to put in their own information to stuff as far as who you are. They fill in the blank, and who knows what they're going to fill in the blank to understand what you're trying to communicate. They could put their own hurts, their own traumas, their own experiences, their own relationships, and you might come out with just a totally negative spin to everything. So that's why I understood that he was saying it's always best to put voice to it, so you don't leave anybody questioning or putting their own opinion to who you are or what you're trying to say or what you're trying to portray. I got that. I want to piggyback. I think today's this Divine Masculine Day, and I thanked my Divine Masculine too today, because I was like, because when my dad passed, he gave me words of wisdom, and those words of wisdom that hit me, touched me so about him and his relationship with his, he called his second mom, and those things I was in turn, I felt like a person turning around, passing the baton, and giving words of wisdom to her about the passing and how to deal with it and understand what's going on. And that was a beautiful thing. And I told him that. I said, well, I thank you for the blessings and the lessons that you have given me, And I can see him most of the time, a lot of times when you say things, he kind of like try to shake it off. I seen him even in spirit do it, but then after a while, he was like, okay, I received that. Okay. And I understand in between the lines what you're trying to tell me. It's like you have grown, even through the bad ones or whatever. Lessons that I have given you, you still have grown. And I meant that sincerely. I did. There's so many lessons that he has taught that I felt that, that has helped me. I wouldn't be where I am now if I did not allow that process to occur. And that's where it's awakening. What I want to say also, I shared on the community tab about from Soul Mission, and he talks about the energy. He gives a very good breakdown. Bless you in your own going. To your highest good for everybody concerned. But my thing is that I understood what he was saying, and I've spoke about this on this channel as well, so I'm gonna put my own spin. So he was talking about the energies and how we do energies kind of goes back and forth. That goes to, like I was saying, almost starting off, what's the similarities between the infinity sign and a washer, like a washer and a dryer, a washer like laundromat. The similarities is this, that when you and your divine masculines, you swap energies. And I've said that before, and I'm so glad he came back to say that, but it's the way he had put it and worded it is a little bit more concrete and a little bit more clear for you to kind of really understand. A lot of times, like I say on this show, sometimes I say, well, I don't know. I think a lot of times there are some divine masculines that are out here. A lot of times you try to portray that it's only the divine feminines is on here. They have these channels, and there's also divine masculines as well, just housed as feminines, because it's like, if I would actually put it out there like that, I seen that from my own viewership, we wouldn't be able to be receptive. Like, yeah, whatever, anyway, what he know. He the one that's inflicting pain. When you even see the masculine in some ways, it's that. And a lot of times, like I said, I could tell even on this when I'm flowing the energies. He, just like the infinity sign, the infinity sign, you kick over that energies to them. They internalize and process that, and then they kick it back over to you. And it's just like a going up and down, up and down. Ooh, good, there ain't nobody here. And I know I didn't stop. And anyway, it's a flow of those energies. That's why we always say, kind of watch and see, is that energy yours or is that energy coming from him? Because a lot of times you're learning how to, like he said today, temper and balance those two energies. I can tell when I'm in mine, and I tell you all on this show, okay, I'm in my masculine. I know I'm in my masculine. Well, you hear me say a lot of cuss words. That's when you should know, she done shifted. He coming out to play. The feminine side of me does not do cursing pretty much at all, because I don't like the vibration that it brings for me. That's not for everybody else, because that could be the vibration of it. Because to me, I believe it means the words like, I cursed you, that motherfucker, this is all that, this stuff, depending on that bitch, all that stuff. That's a whole different. That's really truly why I don't like to use that. But when you see me throw it like that, then you can say, oh, that's a sign. I can see it. I see she done shifted today. She's in her masculine. Those energies. And so I have to learn, and I have to internalize it. That's why they say we're in the lead. We've got to get to the point again that we are more spiritually mature about this process, about this journey. It ain't that, where's my energy? You stick over there. You go ahead and deal with it, because they crossing. You going, You go ahead and look like my ship too. Look just like her. You go ahead and you deal with, that's your problem, that's your issue. Nah, yes, to a point it is. Like say, once they start doing that energies, they start sending energies that's harming you or hurting you, then, that's when you got to put that boundaries up. Like you see me do for the DM 411 part 2 the last time, and the DM was sending me, it's like, here, I want you to feel the pain, what's going on my back. It wasn't intentionally, but April, she cried me up. I was like, listen here, you ain't got to hurt her like that. Like talking to a horror film. You just ping her a little bit, and then that's it. You ain't got to lay on the thing. She gets it that your back hurt. I was like, yeah, that's true. She's like, well, next time when you do that, and I say that, I forgot to say that the other day, that, when that happens, from now on, if I do the DMs, you slow walking across the street now. With the DMs, see, now he walking slow across, that's another masculine, looking at me now, you're in the wrong, you need to move out the way. But he just taking this sweet time. So like I said, with the DMs, next time when I do that, and that's just for you, and I'm speaking to the DM that's in you, it's okay for you to just send me whatever the vibration or whatever's going on, but it's not for you to practice transference. Transference is like, here, you take the energy and you house it and you keep it, and then I go off and then I'm healed somewhere. I'm not practicing no transference with the DM energies, because I see that they do have that. My thing is, when I do the readings, it's for me to get an understanding of where you are, but it's not for me to practice transference and take on that pain or take on that energy. And she was telling me about that. You got to set that, because the DM, the masculine energy is like that. It's like they will push the envelope. Yeah, well, I said, well, they got the right one, because I sure gonna push that envelope right on back on them. Say, here, you gonna take that envelope, right, take that right on back over there. That's yours. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's fine. Or I'm gonna stop the reading. I've been to that. I have said that a couple of times. I mean, one time, man, but she was so depressed and so down. I said, ooh, I'm going to have to stop this reading. I'm going to have to stop this. Dang. Your energy is heavy. I don't need this depressing. I came from he was so heavy that when I came from doing my doing my reading. My mom even felt that. She's like, ooh, you got to do something with that. She's like, you got to do something with that. She said, no. She said, what that man? She said, that man is heavy. Whoever that was, that ain't going to work. So, and that's like I said again about the energies that they said. So, for your own DM, that's fine. And you got to put boundaries up there. With the thing is, like you said, no, that's hurting me. It's too heavy. You go ahead and you deal with that. I've learned to get to that point to saying that with my own DM. That's your energy. Some of that stuff, I'm not going to take on that karma because that's your karma that you signed up for. That's not for me. Ain't no, cause like my DM, he has good. We in this together. Yeah, to a point. But some of that stuff that I know you did, cause you was acting plain ugly, and telling people where they could kiss where the sun don't shine, they kiss your ass. That right there, you gonna do that now. Let my karma stay with my karma. Your karma stay with you. With your own, separate, whatever way I said it, but I mean that's separate. Let's not have them cross it over like that. And so understanding that a lot of times some of those energies, when it is coming spiritual and you feel like it's a spiritual lesson, it is something that you got to deal with those energies. It's for you like a washing machine to take it, wash it, deal with it, transfer it, transform it, and then send that energy back over to that so they could be able to deal with it. That's just like yesterday. Yesterday, my DM, he didn't have time to stop work to come and see me. I remember the time when he did that. Boy, it was hot and heavy. Oh, you don't want to see me? Oh, you ain't got no time? I go around, I'll be all set, pouting. He say good morning in the morning. I'm like, good morning. Stuff like that. And I know that from the work that I have done, and I've trained myself to not be so reactive instead of now responding to it. And I said, I see you busy, because when I pulled up there anyway, they had some people they was putting in handcuffs. The police was there, so I figured somebody tried to steal something as usual at the store, and at his place of business. And so that made me just say, you know what? I'm just gonna be calm with it. I'm gonna respond very loving to this situation, and I'm not going to I'm not gonna be adding on to this to you already being busy. I could tell you didn't have time here on the job. So my thing is having that compassion. That made him have compassion as in return, because he didn't react. He's like, okay, he sent me an emoji, kiss back, it's just really busy. I got yada, yada, yada. And I could tell that we both was at peace about that. Now, before then, a long time ago, we had been in that mode. I say I ain't got time. And that's kind of what sent him to go into that third party karmic dojo energy, because he's like, oh, you ain't got time? I ain't got time. And that's what made him make that decision that didn't make any kind of sense for him to walk into, but he needed to learn his lesson and get his blessing, and understanding about that energy doesn't really work. It gets you into other things and other situations that here comes another learning lesson on top of that. Okay, so that is why you have the energies there, is that when they kick it back to you, you've got to be able to clean it out, and you resonate and you shift it, and that's why you're in the lead. I know it's a lot of work, but if you do that, your life will be so much better for that in turn. Okay, all right then, I'll probably do a part 2, because there was some more I wanted to say, but I'm here and I'm supposed to have some people in my room to view and see me in this program. So just send out positive vibes for me as I'm going through the processes. They walk in, that they see everything that they need to see. All right there, as usual, have a sunshine filled day. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, Namago. Love you.